Feedback signals the things that are important, like trying multiple strategies instead of simply getting the problem right. So when looking for new ways to help your students learn, remember that little engine that could. It has a growth mindset because it thinks it can, even though it's not built as beautifully and powerful as the bigger engines that can easily traverse those hills. And that's a growth mindset.
One other thing, in our elementary schools, we read the children a book called The Little Engine That Could. And inside that book it says there was a little engine who had to pull his tug, his load. He sat on side of 3 big trains. Those 3 big trains had better engines, they were stronger, and they were prettier. But this little engine, this little red engine, said, I think I can do it. The 3 engines was like, I'm too busy. So the conductor was like, but you're too little. He was like, but I think I can do it. They wouldn't give him a chance because he wasn't as pretty, he wasn't as big. But the engine kept saying, I think I can do it. So they gave him a chance, they loaded him up, and he started off hard. He went up, he came down. He went up, he came down. The 3rd time he went up, he went a little higher. He came back down. He kept on. And you see how the engine, it shows you the picture? He kept on until he crossed that bridge and delivered that load. That is a story we read to our kindergarten students, our littles. Because we're attempting to foster that growth mindset that even though they didn't want to pick him because he wasn't the prettiest, he wasn't the strongest, they gave him a chance and he proved that he could because he believed that he could. Okay? And so that's where that story comes from, and that's why the author referenced that. Because in our minds, we have to continue to tell our children that they can. So going back to the group activity, because I want to stop and I want to hear your thoughts about this term, growth mindset. I want you to talk about it in your groups, the growth mindset, and what do you feel about that? What does that look like for you? How can you foster this idea in your students? Okay? Turn and talk for 2 minutes, and then I'll just kind of come around to hear some of your ideas. Okay? Get started. Growth mindset.